All right, so guys, there's gonna be a lot of I told you so's in here. There's gonna be a lot of that, and I can't blame you. I can't blame you at all because you are right. You're right. The Dodge is a piece of junk, and it sucks. So let's take it back a couple days to where we all started. So as some of you may know, we did a bunch of work on this thing before we headed on our trip to Texas. We had bald tires, so we got these Mamba M19 wheels, these off-brand Lion Sport tires, which actually have been doing incredibly well. They're quiet, they ride nice. They were $700 for 35 1250, so can't complain at all. We put new upper control arms on because the other ones were like broken. And we had a few other things on the list to do before that trip, but you know, as with everything, it kind of comes down to the wire. So basically we ran out of time to do what I wanted to do. We were getting ready to do some work on the truck. The truck did a great job taking us back and forth to Texas. I really like the way it drives, I like the way it tows. Like for what it is, I'm definitely happy with it. So I was like, there was a couple things that I didn't get done that I really wanted to get done. You know, we've done a lot to it. We fixed the AC system. We did the control arms. We did wheels and tires. You know, we changed the interior lights to LEDs. We did a bunch of stuff, and like everything has made it way better. And that's been really fun because it's like every mod, every bit of effort is like so worth it. It's so satisfying in the end. So one thing we wanted to do is a 4th gen seat swap. So look at this. Ben was gangster lane yesterday. 3rd gen seats suck in general. And then on top of that, driver's side on this truck especially sucks. Like it especially sucks. So the foam is like basically completely gone. You just end up sitting on this frame rail. The back here, you can see how that's like straight, how it's supposed to be. And then this one is like buckled over. Like this seat is destroyed. It's terrible. So that was one of the things I wanted to do, was upgrade to 4th gen seats. So I bought some right before the trip to Texas, and they gave me one correct one and one wrong one. So the passenger side one we got is the correct one. The driver's side was wrong. So we're going to a different auto salvage yard. They have the driver's seat and the center console. So we're gonna go pick those up and fix those. But this is what we were supposed to do 2 or 3 days ago. What had happened was, while I was waiting to get the call that they had them pulled, I was like, hey, I'm gonna throw these spacers on. I like the way it looks without them, but I wanna try them on. I just wanna see what they look like, see how it is. So I got that side done. I come around here, I go to this one. 4 of the lug nuts broke in half. 4 of them broke in half. Well, that took a turn for the absolute worst case scenario, maybe. Maybe not quite that bad, pretty lame. So, yeah, a bunch of these lug nuts broke in half, and the like conical part is still stuck on there. I tried hammering sockets on it, lug nut extractors, everything. I tried drilling this one out. I drilled it out. Still not coming off. So, yeah. All the other wheels are fine. All the other wheels, lug nuts came off just like they should. All the 4 other lug nuts on this wheel came off like they should. Those 4 just broke in half. So I don't know. There's very few things. I've never paid someone to work on my vehicle ever. It's never happened. I tried to take it to the dealership to get the body control module reflashed because I don't have the thing to do that. That didn't even work. They didn't even do it. Other than that, I can't think of anything besides like specialty stuff like getting a cage done. So it's hard for me to do this, but I'm 100% willing to pay somebody to fix this because I'm over it. I'm over it. I was over it when it broke. I'm over it now after drilling it out for an hour. Over it. So yeah, hopefully I can take it somewhere tomorrow and get it drilled out. We'll find out. Yes, I could have definitely gone and bought the tools and spent the time, and probably would have taken me 2 days all around to get all 4 of them out. I took it to a shop. They treated me very well. It was over in Inverness called Able Automotive, and they were super awesome. I mean, just nice people, like nothing to do with YouTube. Like they obviously have no idea I have a YouTube channel, nothing like that. The guy's like, I'm gonna try to treat you fairly, but this is gonna take more than half an hour. And I'm like, trust me, dude, I know. That's why I'm not doing it, you know? And the tech spent like 7 hours on it, and they charged me for 3 hours labor. It ended up being like $300, which was totally worth it to save 2 days of my time, and then like wheel studs and everything. So I just a huge shout out to them. If you're in the like Citrus County area, I would highly recommend that shop. I gave the tech tip because I felt bad, you know, because I'm sure he didn't get paid for all the time he spent on it. So I wanted to try to help him out some. But anyway, yeah, so we got that fixed, thankfully. So yeah, this gets even better. On the way there, the AC wasn't blowing very cold. and it was warm almost out of the passenger side. So I'm messing with it. I'm like, whatever, I'll deal with it later. I get the truck back, and I'm like, sick, still not cold. Trans still isn't blowing cold. Like, what the hell is going on? Or trans, cooler. This trans things too. Still not blowing cold. What the hell is going on? So I'm trying to figure it out, see if it's the blend doors. It ends up being low on Freon. So we got a leak somewhere that we got to fix. Somewhere with it, you know, maybe somewhere where I didn't replace a gasket. I don't know. But then on top of all that, we now have a massive transmission leak. So I think I've patched that up for now. It's the cooler lines. They rub together and they chafe. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm about over this thing. But we're gonna go get some seats. We got the driver and passenger. They're ready, they're pulled. It's about an hour away. Let's hit the road. All right, so this is Florida in a nutshell. Raining a little bit, right? You can see up there, it might not be as bad as the one we just went through, but you can see up there where there's like a wall that we're gonna go into, and it's just gonna be blindly raining. There was one we just hit, and man, it was rough. This time of year, summer, it's like pretty much every day, at least a quarter of Florida is getting monsooned on. It is crazy. Like, I mean, it's so bad the wipers can't keep up and you almost can't see it. It'll get to points where you literally can't see. Like, you can't see anything. You can barely see the lines in front of the truck. But yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. You've never been through like a whiteout rain in Florida. Ooh. I mean, when you're Floridian, you're so used to it that you just like drive through it. You know, but then you've got the people who are from out of state and they're slowing down with their hazards on doing 30, and it's just a mess. It's a mess. All right, we finally have our matching set of 4th gen Dodge seats. I specifically wanted this style. I specifically wanted the cloth ones. This one's a little dirty, but hey, not too bad. Yeah, they're both manual. I was originally going to get an electric one for the driver's side because mine's electric, but I was like, what's the point? Like, you adjust it and you leave it. Like, there's no point in having an electric one. So yeah, we're gonna throw these in. I know we're gonna have to do some modification for basically how the center console mounts up, because I think it mounts to the driver's side with this one, or both, or the floor. They mount differently. So we're gonna have to kind of figure that out. This one mounts to the passenger seat and then to the floor. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna just try to figure it out. We're gonna try to get like the seats in and then try to get the center console in, or maybe passenger seat, center console, driver's seat. I don't know. We gotta take these seats out first, one step at a time. One step at a time. So at least we are on the right track. Seats. This has been a long time coming. I wanted to do these seats. So let's start ripping the old ones out, and then we can start putting the new ones in. All right, seat removal. This is honestly super easy. So I'm taking the bolts out of the driver's seat, going around doing them out of the passenger seat. Once I get the bolts undone, I got to get this little AC vent out of the center of the back that blows air to the back. So I tilt it up and I'm like, oh, they're all connected. Do I have to take this out as like one unit? I'm unhooking the wiring. So me and Ben look at it, and then we realize we can unbolt the center console and basically take it all out separately. So we unbolt the center console. We are able to pull the driver's seat out by itself, and then we grab the center console, pull it out, and then we grab the passenger seat, pull it out. We're done. All right, new seats. Old, crusty, junky seats. The very disappointing thing, one of my favorite things about the Dodge, is that it has a cigarette lighter in the center console, so you can plug your like phone cord and stuff in and just have it coming out of the center console. Super nifty. This one is supposed to have it, but whoever, the cheapo that bought the truck that these seats were in, didn't option it out, so we got no freaking cigarette lighter. I want to swap it over, but I don't know how I would get this apart to like run wiring into it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna not have it for now. Just getting the seats in is number one priority. So the difference is on this one, the center console, they both have the stud, like these studs in the same spot. There's 4 of them. On the 3rd gen seats, they bolt to this bracket. Like there's this bracket that comes off the seats, and then the center console bolts down there. Passenger seat in, connect the two, then try to bolt it up. That's step 1. So the seat install actually went pretty easy. It's funny, on a Megacab, it's easier to put the seat in from the back door because it opens up further and is bigger. But anyway, I check and make sure the seat's going to bolt up. Then we have to get the center console bolted to the passenger seat. So we tilt them both up. It's got these little studs. You just put them in and put the nuts on. So then we have to turn this bracket. I keep trying to turn it a little bit. It's not enough. I end up having to turn it like 90 degrees. And then I'm able to get it down and get all the bolt holes lined up. It took a little bit of like jimmying around, but they bolt up the exact same way as the 3rd gen seats. So once we get those in, we get the seatbelt in, make sure everything's going to work. I realize my AC vent's not going to work, which is a bummer, and then put the driver's seat in.
Yes, Dodge, 4th gen seats in my 3rd gen, dog.
Can you make a rap song about that?
What?
Can you make a rap song about that?
If you gave me like a couple weeks to write it. You know,
All right.
like
2 weeks, Ben's gonna have a rap song about 4th gen seats and a 3rd gen Dodge. So anyway, it did. Seal and Taylor's Tools is a great hit. All right, so just want to revisit this to show you guys my old seats. Destroyed. The replacement pad was like $100 something bucks, 150, and then the cover was like $200. So it was gonna be like minimum $300 to just replace the bottom seat pad and the thing. And then like I showed you, the top shoulder part on this one is destroyed. Like this seat is just trash. So these seats, everything all together was like $350 for both seats, the center console, everything. And they are a drastic improvement. They look way better. They're so much more comfortable. The only thing I want to do now is try to find like a matching back seat. I just don't know if they made this fabric in like this Megacab. Other thing I screwed up on, they asked me if it was a crew cab truck or a single cab truck. And I said crew cab, and I'm like, but it doesn't really matter that much because it's going in a different truck anyway. What I didn't think of, I got this right one from LKQ because I got the pair and the one was wrong. And you can see the back is finished with this material where it's like a complete thing. It's got like carpet down here at the bottom. This one is finished with like box spring kind of fabric is the best way I could describe it, because I'm assuming, and then the back of this is too, and this is where the back vents come out, but they don't bolt in here because I'm assuming this would go in a single cab. So this would just, there'd be nothing back here, so it wouldn't matter they didn't finish it out. I mean, worst case, I get some seat covers or something. It's not a big deal. It's just like, it's already weird enough to have mismatched seats. And for me, I feel like seat swaps are one of those things, like, if you don't do it right, it just seems so janky. Like, I don't know why, at least to me, like, it just always seems like super janky if you don't do it right. You know, like you'll see someone throw like Tahoe seats in a C10 and it just looks like crap. So, I mean, this is a little different because it's just a generation change and they're very similar, but I don't know. I just want to make it look as right as possible. So anyway, give you guys another look at the seats. God, such an improvement. I'm so hyped now to go on a drive with seats that aren't killing my back. I do need to clean them. This is just like a water spot from the truck they were sitting in at the junkyard. So I'm gonna vacuum them out, vacuum the interior out. I mean, the interior is disgusting. It's been 5,000 miles in a month of freaking towing. And if you guys ever towed your car on a long trip, your truck just gets filthy. It doesn't matter how picky of a person you are, how clean you try to be, you just end up throwing, there's just trash everywhere. So anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. Let me sit in it. Show you guys. The seat is a little higher, which I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like it. It's good. It's solid. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Definitely way more comfortable. The headrests are tilted a little further forward, so you can actually kind of like use it as a headrest. I know they're meant for crashes, whatever, but you can drive with your head on the headrest. Normally, you're like in the sleeping position if you try that. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this thing out and then probably call it a night. We'll get back to work in the morning. We got some stuff to do. We're going to a drift event the day after tomorrow. So I wanted to get the seats done, see how they were on a trip and all that. So anyway, I'm gonna clean the interior. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. And I want to take the spacers off the truck. It rubs at lock. I feel like it drives funnier. Like it kind of like wants to be darty, and I mean, like they kind of look cool, but it kind of looks too bro. So I'm just gonna take them off and be a normal person and not have to deal with rubbing issues and stuff to look maybe slightly cooler, but also maybe more like a douche. So yeah, taking them off. Taking them off. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get to cleaning the inside of my truck before it gets dark, because it's about to. All right, we took the spacers off the truck. Definitely looks a little cooler with the spacers, but like I said, a little less bro without them, and I think it's gonna drive way better because it definitely felt like it drove better before the spacers. So anyway, we've got a few more things to fix on the truck. We've got a transcooler line that's leaking pretty bad that we need to order and fix that. We got an AC leak somewhere that we need to fix because it was not working great. We filled it back up. Now it's working great again. So we've got a leak somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm just praying that it's not the underdash heat exchanger, because that would suck. But other than that, it shouldn't be too bad to fix. So anyway, you know, as much as I'm frustrated with the Dodge, she's been giving us a lot of heartache. I'm gonna try to keep sticking it out with it, because I do like the truck. I like that it's Megacab. I like that it's four-wheel drive. It tows good. You know, it gets good fuel economy. Simple to work on. It's just one of those things. It's a freaking Dodge, man. But Anyway, real hyped on the 4th gen seats. Really hyped on them. I'll let you guys know after some like extensive use, like a trip to Texas, this next trip to Texas, and local trips and stuff, like how they feel, how it is to live with them for a long term. But at face value, they feel far better than the 3rd gen seats. I definitely think it's the way to go over repairing your 3rd gen seats, because the cost is about the same as repairing like one 3rd gen seat. So to me, it seems worth it. I found mine on car-part.com. Not at all affiliated, not at all sponsored, but it's a really cool website. You can search like basically all the salvage yards at the same time. So you can search for a specific part, and then it'll show you like every place that has it. Usually they have pictures and distance and all that stuff. So definitely check that out if you're looking to do this swap yourself. But very, very easy swap. Like piece of cake, honestly. But anyway, that's all we have time for today. We need to get the Miata in here, start working on it, fixing the exhaust, doing a bunch of other stuff, getting ready for the drift event. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.